Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jai Gopi Janavallabha Trivaradhari Jai Gopi Janavallabha Trivaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Janarandana Yashodanandana Vraja Janarandana Yamuna Tira Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Gaura Hare Bol Hari Bol, Jai Gaura Hari Bol. Bol Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. श्री श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Let's pray together. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschata Desatarini. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, thank you very much for joining today's Sunday feast on this most auspicious occasion of Mahashivratri. And I would like to thank the devotees for giving us an opportunity to share the glories of the Lord and His dear devotees. So, yes, it is very difficult. It is unfathomable, incomprehensible to understand the glories of the Lord and His devotees. Definitely, this is beyond our qualification. We'll just take shelter of our Guru Parampara. So, for our purification, we'll share some thoughts. Please chant. Namo Shivaya Rudraya. Namo Shivaya Rudraya. Namo Shivaya Rudraya. Namo Shivaya Rudraya. Namo Shakti Dharaya Cha. Namo Shakti Namo Shakti Dharaya Cha Sarva Vidyadhipataye Sarva Vidyadhipataye Bhutanam Pataye Namaha Bhutanam Pataye Namaha So this is a very beautiful glorification for Lord Shiva, Lord Rudra. It is mentioned by Lord Brahma that how it is very difficult to understand the Lord and His devotees. Like he mentioning in this 10th canto, 14th chapter, 29th verse, in this Brahma Bhimohan Leela happens, how Brahma also could not understand Lord Krishna's pastimes. And he is saying that, oh Krishna, nobody can understand you. Athapita deva padam bhujodayo prasado lesanugrahita evahi janati tattvam bhagavan mahimno nachanyam eko pichiram vichinvan. O Lord, after chiram vichinvan, after searching for millions of lifetimes, for millions of years, the yogis, they cannot understand you. Unless they receive the prasada lesa, a little bit of prasad, little of mercy, the causeless mercy that is coming from you, we cannot understand. Yes. That's Maya Javanika Channam. Queen Kunti also says that. Lord is covered by the curtain. We cannot understand, fathom the glories of the Lord through our own mental speculations. And the same also for His devotees, like Lord Shiva. So, it's very difficult to understand how Lord Shiva, who is always covered with ashes, staying in a crematorium, and surrounded all over by snakes. Somebody might see, somebody thoda bhi, whoever understood a little bit of Bhagavad Gita, so this is all in the mode of ignorance. Or like we heard that, we are what we associate with. And who are Lord Shiva's associates? Bhuta, Pisachas, ghosts, goblins. How do you understand? How can you understand this Lord Shiva, who is always surrounded by the ghosts and goblins, Bhutas and Pisachas? Even the great souls, sometimes they blaspheme Lord Shiva without understanding His true identity. But we should understand that. What exactly His position. So today, in this short span of time that we have, we'll focus a little bit on the identity of Lord Shiva. And then how He exemplifies the activities of a Vaishnava. We'll talk about His three qualities, three activities that He always so fond of. And then, because Gaur Purnima is coming, we'll also share some thoughts about the relationship between Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Lord Shiva. Is that okay?
Yes, please.
Hare Krishna. So, who is Lord Shiva? Who is Lord Shiva? What you have known so far? Yes.
Topmost.
He is a topmost Vaishnava. Vaishnavanam Yatha Sambho. What else? What else? He is in charge of, he is the presiding deity of the Tamoguna. So he is not in Tamoguna. He is not in Tamoguna, but he is in charge. He is the presiding deity of the Tamoguna. Very good. What else?
One of the Guna avatars.
One of the Guna avatars. Lord has a, 3 Guna avatars, and he is the Guna avatara. Yes, very good. Once again the same. He is presiding deity of the Tamoguna. Very good. What else?
Destruction.
He is responsible for annihilation. When there is a time to annihilate the universe, he has been given that responsibilities. Yes. What else? Anything else? Yes. He is non different than the Lord. But then, as a representative of the Lord, he touches the material energy and really produces the progenies. Very good. What else?
He resides in his abode Kailas.
He resides, yes. We should know who he is, where he is staying. He is staying in Mount Kailas. Very good. Any? Yes, always chanting Lord's name. Always chanting Lord's name. And yes.
He's like curd.
He is like a curd, especially Lord Brahma, he is saying in Brahma Samhita, Khiram yatha dadhi vikara viseso yoga. So, there is an indifference between Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva. If you consider that Lord Vishnu is a khira, the milk, and Lord Shiva is curd. So, in a way that curd is a product of milk, but at the same time, curd cannot be compared to milk. Similarly, Lord Shiva, yes, he is the representation of Lord Vishnu. And just like we say, Saksa dhari tvena samasta sastre. So we respect the spiritual master as Lord Hari. Similarly, Lord Rudra or Lord Shiva is also a representation of the Supreme Lord. So here, in this verse, you can see how deep it is. There is a Paya Brata, this is, in that there's a lot of verses are there. And one of the verses, it is prayed to the Lord and His incarnations. And here, as you might see that in our Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, we represent the Lord with capital letter, Krishna, and then, Y-O-U. So here, what does it mean? I offer my respectful obeisance unto you. You means who? You means? Yes, usually as we said, capital U means always Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? So, yes, it is. Then, we should understand that, especially in Vishnu Sahasranama also. Right? If you hear the names of Shiva and Rudra also comes in there. Rudra and Shiva is also there. Names of Lord Vishnu. And he has given these names to his dear devotees. Just like, in a presidential palace. The associates of the president also, they get the same, share the same house. Isn't it? They share the same house, the same president palace. Similarly, Lord also, being pleased with his dear devotees, he also gives some names to his dear associates. Right? So yes, Shiva and Rudra, they are the names of Lord Vishnu. At the same time, he has given these names to this Lord Shiva as well, that we know as a Guna Avatara. And that's the first point. Second is that, yes, to understand what is our dharma, to understand what is our relationship with the Lord, who are we, and how to reawaken that relationship with the Supreme Lord, right? That we understand the dharma of each of the things and each of the living entities. The dharma of the fire is to give heat and light. The dharma of the water is to quench the thirst and to be in the liquid state. Similarly, the dharma of any living entity is to love and to be loved, to serve the Lord. Krishna Nitya Das, Jivere Swarupa Hoy Krishna Nitya Das. But how do you really understand the details of the dharma? Dharmasya tatyam nihitam guhayam. Like, yes, the details of dharma, even so many people, they get bewildered. They say, oh, गर्व से कहो हम ये हैं, हम वो है, हमारा धर्म ये है. Still, so many people, they don't understand. They fight in the name of dharma. Why? Because they don't understand what is the meaning of dharma. Dharma sthapana hetu sadhura vyavahara. So if you have to understand dharma, you have to understand from the sadhus. Mahajena yena gata sapantha. And in Bhagavatam, we hear that how many Mahajanas have been talked about? 12 Mahajanas. Swayambhu Narada Sambhu, Kumara Kapilo Manu, Prahlada Janaka Bhisma, Balir Baya Sakhi Vayam. Vayam. Vayam means who is there? So first is Swayambhu, Swayambhu Manu, Narad Muni, and Sambhu. Sambhu is Lord Shiva. Kumara for Kumaras. Kapila. Kapila is not the atheist Kapila or the cricketer Kapila. So here we are talking about Lord Kapil Dev, son of Kardama and Devhuti. And Kumara Kapila, Manu. And then Prahlad Maharaj, Janak Maharaj, and Bhisma, and Balir, Bayasakhi. Bayasakhi is the Sukdev Goswami. And Vayam. Vayam means, who has spoken this? Yamaraj. This comes in this episode of Ajamila, where there is the discussion between Yamaduta and Vishnudutas happens, and after that, once the Yamadutas go back to Yamaraj and understand, oh, these 4 people had come and they really, forbade us to do our duties. We are doing our duty, our dharma, but why these 4 people, they obstructed us? There was one person who had done so much sinful activities. He was supposed to, be drowned in the hell. And these 4 Vishnudutas came and said, oh no, he had chanted the name Narayana, and he has been forgiven everything. So, oh Yamaraj, can you tell us what is this dharma is all about? And then Yamaraj tells, yes, right. To understand dharma is not easy. Especially you have to understand through this 12 Mahajanas. Vayam means me, and I am one of them. I understand what is right and wrong. And Swayambhu, Narada, Sambhu. Swayambhu. Swayambhu is Brahma, Narada Muni, and Sambhu, Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is one of the Mahajanas. He is teaching us how to follow this path of dharma, how to be a devotee of the Lord. And that's why he has, once you really talk about all the Vaishnava Sampradayas, we have 4 Sampradayas. We have Kumara Sampradaya, Sri Sampradaya, Brahma Sampradaya. Another is Rudra Sampradaya. He has established on disciplic succession to really teach us how to love the Supreme Lord, how to serve the Supreme Lord. Yes, he is teaching us by his example. Like our Sudhir Prabhu, you must have heard from him. Usually he's a doctor. He was coming from Pakistan, but then he preaches very humorously, very authoritatively. He says that आप सबको पता है शिव जी के घर में क्या होता है? He says that if you see each of the vehicle means they are vahanas of the Lord Shiva's family. Lord Shiva's vahana or the instrument is really snake, And then we have Kartikeya, whose Vahana is peacock. And then we have Lord Ganesha, whose Vahana is rat. And then here are the Mother Parvati, her Vahana is yes, lion. Right? And like, what do you think would happen in their parking place? Right? There's a Mahaprasade Govinde, they would tell each other. Right? Right? But then we don't see that happening. Why they are so always in bliss? How always? That's what we hear about in Jharikhanda forest also. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was traveling through Jharikhanda forest, how the lions and even the deers, they were dancing and singing together. Even they were, Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami, they were kissing each other. What is the effect? Because the effect of Harinam, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. This wonderful family of Siva Parivar, they tell us how to maintain sanity in our life, because that's the most precious commodity nowadays in this world. Earlier we had a joint family, then we had a nuclear family, now it's a subatomic family, right? Everybody is staying separate, even though we are staying in the same roof, because we don't have Lord in the center. Yes, usually people name also their house as a Nitai Bhavan, Gauranga Bhavan, and this and that, right? Bhavan means what? There is a Bhav, there is a Bhagavan. उस घर पे भगवान है. The Lord is in the center. But if that Bhavan, Bha is missing, then what will happen? Ban. And Ban, what happens? In the forest, what happens? All the animals, they fight each other. They want to kill each other. That's what happens in everybody's home. Why? Because there is no Bhagavan. Right? Yes. And that's what we learn from Lord Shiva's family. That how we should always keep Lord in the center. How we should always have the positive sound vibration of the Lord's holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yes, even there is another section in this fourth canto. There are, especially fourth canto, we hear in multiple sections, we hear about the glories of Lord Shiva. That famous Daksha Prajapati story. Daksha Prajapati, असुर थे, या ससुर थे, ससुर थे. ससुर किनका थे? शिवा का. रिश्ते में ससुर थे, लेकिन वृत्ति में असुर थे. Right? Like, yes. And then we all know how he offended Lord Shiva and what was the consequence after that. If somebody doesn't understand the glories of Lord Shiva, he had to have a goat head. He's like an animal. Right? And here in this section also, and this towards the end of this fourth canto, we hear about another beautiful section where the sons of Prachine Bharisa, the Prachetas, as instructed by their fathers, they went to the forest to perform austerities, to worship Lord Vishnu. As they were entering the lake to perform severe austerities, seeing their desire, Lord Shiva appeared. Lord Shiva appeared and he gave them very nice instructions. He really talked about the beautiful forms of the Lord that all should meditate. Because this is what it is. Once we have a sincere desire, Lord will send his representative. Just like Narad Muni was sent by the Lord for Dhruva. In our cases also, we see that when we have a sincere desire to serve the Lord, Lord will send his representatives. So here in this case, Lord Shiva came as a guru for Prachetas. And then they performed severe austerities in this water. And after performing the austerities, Lord Vishnu appeared. And at that point of time, these prachitas, they are saying that Vayam tu saksad bhagavan bhavasya priyasya sakhyo khyana sangamena suduschikitsasya bhavasya mrityor bhisaktamam twadya gatim gatasma. The prachitas are saying to Lord Vishnu, we are so fortunate to receive your darshan now, your divine darshan, which is so rare. And it's not our qualification. We have got your darshan because the mercy, the causeless mercy of your dear friend, of your dear associate. Who is he? Lord Shiva. Yes, because of the Lord Shiva's causeless mercy, now we are having your darshan. Yes. Oh Lord, yes, you are the expert physician, but sometimes you don't go. We are not able to approach you directly. So you have to go through the supporting staff or the compounder or to go to the expert physician. Right? You have to go through the other generalists. Right? Lord is like a manufacturer. He doesn't give this bhakti directly. Lord doesn't give the bhakti directly. Lord is saying, bhaktya sanjataye bhaktya. We get bhakti through the devotees of the Lord. Through the bhaktas we get bhakti. We cannot get a bhakti directly of the Lord. So, bhaktas are the like retailers. And they are the distributors of the product. So here we hear that how it is mentioned very beautifully how Lord Shiva, he gives the mercy. Lord Shiva, it is mentioned by Srila Prabhupada in this purport, he gives two kinds of mercy. One kind of a mercy he gives to Ravan. When Ravan really approached Lord Shiva, and that, I need so much of strength, so much of opulence. Yes, he got it. But then that material prosperity turned out to be the curse for him, because he was ruined at the end of it because of his pride, because of his lust. But then, same prachitas, they listened, they followed the instruction of Lord Shiva, and they became very dear to the Lord Vishnu. So it is mentioned that Lord Shiva or the Guru or the devotees, they have two kinds of kripa. One is called Niskapata kripa and it's called Sakapata kripa. Srila Gaur Govinda Swami Maharaj, he mentioned it very nicely. Yes. Once you approach the Lord for some dhana, jana, sundari, that is means, yes, sometimes we get it, but that is not their true benediction. Their true benediction is what? To attain the shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. That is Niskapata Kripa. That is the real benediction of Lord Shiva. To have ahetuki, apratihata, to have unconditional, unmotivated, uninterrupted bhakti is the real benediction of Lord Shiva. If somebody really approaches Lord Shiva that, I get, dhanam, janam, sundari, means, he may get some blessings, but that is not his real mercy. Some of you might have heard that beautiful story, that how once upon a time, one devotee, he approached Lord Shiva. Oh Lord Shiva, please give me the best benediction. And then Lord Shiva says, you want really best benediction? You want the best blessing from me? Then I would suggest you to go to that saint who is there. He'll give you the best benediction. Because he has the one that I also don't have. Out of his humility, Lord Shiva, he redirected that saint and that devotee to that saint. And who was that saint? Sanatana Goswami. Sanatana Goswami. And that devotee came in front of Sanatana Goswami. He said, "Oh Baba, I have been sent by Lord Shiva from Kailas that you have the best benediction that you can really offer it to me. Could you please grant me?" And Sanatana Goswami said, "Yes, yes. You want to get the most valuable thing? Yes, it is there in that dustbin. You can take it." What is there? Chintamani, the touchstone. Whoever you touch anything, it will turn into gold. So now gold is so precious. Can you imagine? You just touch it, anything, and it will turn into gold. He said, that's the most valuable thing. And then, this devotee was so happy. Wow. I was thinking for that, it is so expensive now. 10 grams is 2 lakhs, but now I can turn anything into gold now. He was so happy as he was coming back. And then he realized, usually we keep in the dustbin, which is the most insignificant thing, which is a rejected thing. If he is keeping something, this touchstone, in the dustbin, so he must have something very valuable that he must have kept in his locker. I'll try to find out what is in his locker. And then somehow he said, okay, let me go back and ask him. If you have kept this in your dustbin, what is in your locker? Could you please give me what you have in the locker? And then this Sanatana Goswami said, you want really that which I have it in my locker? Then you just throw it out in this Yamuna and then come back and I'll give it to you. And at that point of time, what Sanatana Goswami gave it to him? Yes. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. He said, this is Chintamani. This is Harinama Chintamani. Yes, that's what Narad Muni also says. Etadhiyatura chittanam matra sparsha ichayas bhava sindhu plava drishta haricharyanuvarnanam. Yes, all the people there of so much of anxiety, so much of chinta. Chinta for money. Chinta money. Chinta for money. But how can they be free from the chinta? How can they be free from the anxieties? Yes, because they are so much of... he talks about what is the problem also, because matra sparsha ichhayamu. They want to just satisfy their senses. Ye dil mange more. Just the goal of the life is enjoy Madi. Just enjoy. But then Narad Muni says to Vyasadeva, the solution for this, to get rid of this chinta, bhava sindhu plava drishta haricharya anuvana. You take shelter of Harikatha. You take shelter of Harinam. That will help you from this chinta. Otherwise, you will be always in chinta. And this chinta is much more dangerous than chita. Because chita, ek baar jalati hai, chinta, baar baar jalati hai. Right? And how can you be really free from this? Not only chita, but chinta, but always have a chitta of Hari. Only by chanting the holy names of the Lord. This is the real dhana. This is that prema dhana. Bhakti yoga, bhakti yoga, bhakti yoga dhana. Bhakti yoga Krishna name smarana krandana. This bhakti yoga is dhana. That Lord Shiva, Sanatana Goswami, they are teaching everybody that please take shelter of the holy names of the Lord. Apart from this, there is no other valuable things. Yes, truni krutya jagat sarvam. Otherwise, everything is just like in a straw in this world. The only thing, satyam eva satyam, param satyam. The only truth in this world is the holy names of the Lord. That's He is really teaching us. Yes, that's why, once we approach the Lord, Lord Shiva, who is the Priyam Sakhye, is the most dear friend of Lord Krishna. If you want to really get something, then yes, we should ask, oh Lord Shiva, you have so much of attachment for the holy name, please give us that holy name. And how do you know that how Lord Shiva is so dear? Because whenever Lord Shiva comes across any danger, any difficulties, Lord Krishna is always there with him. All of you heard this pastime that is there in our 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 88th chapter. What is this pastime? Anybody knows? Which is this pastime? Yes, Bhasmasura or Vrikasura. Once he approached Lord Shiva, oh, please give me some benediction, oh Girisha, oh Mahadev, Har Har Mahadev. He just praised Lord Shiva. That, and I just want to be the conqueror, I want to be the victorious. As soon as I touch somebody's head, he will be dead, burnt into ashes. And then Lord Shiva, as we said, like he said, oh, why he is coming and bothering me? Let him go as soon as possible. Okay, tathastu. He said, oh, now you gave me these blessings. What should I do now? I want to test it. Because I want to enjoy your property. This is the nature of the demon. Their only focus is to enjoy. Even sometimes we come to a satsang also, our focus is how to enjoy. Maja aana chahiye. Right? But we come in the association of the devotees, or to not to enjoy but to serve. But the nature of the demon, that okay, how you want to enjoy the property? This is the mood of Ravan. Want to enjoy the energy of Lord Ram. And here, this Brikasura, you want to enjoy the energy, the concert of Lord Shiva, Mother Parvati, and he wanted to touch Lord Shiva and to burn him to ashes. And seeing that, Lord Shiva was completely helpless. I don't know what to do. He was running. And then praying to his dear most beloved Lord. As he was going, and then Lord Krishna appeared in between as a small young boy. And he said, oh my dear friend, why are you going? Where are you going? And this Vrikasura said, no. I just received this wonderful benediction. I want to test it out. And I want to test it out first on Lord Shiva. Oh, is it? Lord Shiva gave you benediction and you want to try on him? You see, Lord Shiva is being watched by so many people. And Lord Shiva, whatever he gives, he is always in an intoxicated state. He doesn't know what he is doing, what he is saying. Don't trust on his words. Don't trust. And if you do something, people will laugh at you if it doesn't work. First you try on yourself. And so innocent words Lord Krishna said to him. And he started believing, let me try on myself, whether it works or not. And then you know what happened next. Right? This is how Lord protects his devotees. Right? And in this, there is a very nice scriptures written by Sanatana Goswami in Brihad Bhagavatamrita. So this is a very nice story which really talks about how Narad Muni, he wanted to find out the best devotee of the Lord. He goes to multiple places. Then he goes to Brahma. And then Brahma says that no, you should go to Lord Shiva because he's a dear devotee of the Lord. Because Brahma, sometimes I also get puffed up. And sometimes I get benediction to, demons like Hiranyakashipu. And after Hiranyakashipu was killed, Lord really chastised me. Please be careful whenever you give some benediction. Don't do this mischievous things again. Right? But then, the same thing happened, with Lord Shiva. He gave the benediction to Brikasura. And this episode happened. And then what, Lord Krishna said to Lord Shiva? And he didn't chastise him at that point of time. Because Lord Shiva is a very dear devotee of Krishna. Who is saying this? Who is saying this? Brahma is saying. Brahma is praising. Brahma is praising. That yes, sometimes I get chastised by Lord Krishna, but Lord Shiva is never chastised by Lord Krishna. After this Brikasura episode happened, Krishna said to Mahadev, Lord Shiva, oh Girisha, oh Mahadev, You see, now this wicked person, this Brikasura has been killed for his all sinful activities. And this is what will happen if somebody really offends a gentle, good person or a exalted saints or a Lord like you, definitely he is bound to be killed. So he didn't chastise Lord Shiva. Because Lord Krishna understands that how Lord Shiva is so compassionate, how he is so asutos, how he has so much of affection for all the living entities. There is another pastime happens. That is there in our 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam is all about glories of Prahlad Maharaj. And then, this is the last chapter of the Prahlad Maharaj glories. That's the 10th chapter. In the 10th chapter, there is this discussion happens between between Yudhishthira Maharaj and Narad Muni. At that point of time, Prahlad Maharaj is being glorified, and then Yudhishthira Maharaj, who is hearing from Narad Muni all this pastime, he feels a little guilty. Oh, how glorious is Prahlad Maharaj! For his deliverance, Lord Narasimha appeared. But we Pandavas, we are so unfortunate. We didn't get any blessings from Lord Krishna. At that point of time, Narad Muni is saying, "Oh Pandavas, you are so fortunate. Right? Always Saksada, Parsada, Sevaka, Saukya, Dautya. Lord Krishna was always there with you. Sometimes a Sevaka, sometimes a Sakya, sometimes a messenger. Right? Sometimes as a pillow for you, Yudhishthir. All of you are so glorious." And at that point of time, Narad Muni also says, yes, but at the same time, nobody can really understand the glories of Lord Krishna. Even Brahma and Shiva cannot understand. Then Yudhishthira Maharaj is saying, is it? Lord Shiva also cannot understand the glories of Lord Krishna? Yes, it is. And then, Narad Muni, he speaks these pastimes. Once upon a time, right, of course, there is always that battle between the demons and the devatas, daityas and devatas. And once upon a time, there was this fighting happening, and all the devatas, they were conquered by these daityas, the demons. They were nowhere to go, and they approached Lord Shiva. Oh Lord Shiva, please protect us, please protect us, please protect us. And then Lord Shiva, he came across and saw that, there is a Tripurari Sura, who had a beautiful kingdom. And then that was really built by this Maya Danav, is a supreme architect of all the Daityas. And when Lord Shiva came and really wanted to vanquish all these Daityas, he saw that. Right? They were vanquished. But then this Mayadanava, he took all these Daityas and put into this pond of nectar. And as soon as he put them into the pond of nectar, all of them, they got life. And once again, they become so energized and they started attacking Devatas and Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva got really fearful. And he was running once again. At that point of time, what happened? What happened? Lord Krishna and Lord Brahma, they took the shape of a cow and a calf. This is there in 7th canto, 10th chapter. And they came together and nobody could recognize them. And they went to that pot where the nectar was there and they drank it completely. And then Lord Shiva, empowered by the paraphernalia, the chariot and everything of Lord Krishna, once again he attacked that Tripura Sura and really killed and destroyed them, everybody. And after that point of time, Lord Shiva is famous as Tripurari. Ari, the enemy of Tripura Sura. So how Lord Shiva, whose reputation was at stake because he was defeated by this Tripura Sura, but then with Lord Krishna's causeless mercy, he became famous as Tripurari. Yes, this is the love and affection between Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu. Hari Hara. Yes, we talked about how Lord Shiva is Vaishnavana Yatha Sambho, how he is Mahajana Gena Gata Sapantha, how he is a dear intimate friend of Lord Krishna, and how he is always there, for his, friend. And Lord Shiva also recognizing himself as the dear servant of Lord Krishna. And especially in this Gaur Leela, one see the same Sadasiva, he appears as Advaita Acharya. Right? He prays and he identifies himself. And Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami, he describes it very much in detail. Teha karena Krishnera dasya pratyasha nirantara kahe Shiva muhi Krishna dasa. Always Lord Shiva, he proudly identifies himself as Muhi Krishna Das. I am the servant of Lord Krishna. This is what, this is the true ego. This is what a devotee really identifies, that Muhi Krishna Das. Krishna preme unmata bihala degambara Krishna guna lila gaya nache nirantara. Always is in ecstasy. This is the quality of a devotee. That, and always singing, dancing, laughing, like a mad person. Digambara, without any clothes. He's singing and dancing, being oblivious to the human society. Not that. सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग क्या कहेंगे अगर वो देख लेंगे कि मैं कृष्णा मंदिर जा रहा हूँ. लोग क्या कहेंगे, वो लोग देख लेंगे तो मैं हाथ में जपमाला है. लोग क्या कहेंगे कि हम कीर्तन करेंगे रास्ते में. तो ऐसा नहीं है. लॉर्ड शिवा, ही इज ऑलवेज सिंगिंग एंड डांसिंग द नेम्स ऑफ द लॉर्ड, oblivious to everything. He is not afraid of this loka vichar. Evam brato so priyanama kritya jatanurago drita chitta ucce hasati otharodati roti ghayati unmadavan nrutyati lakavahe. 11.2.40. Very nice verse, which really says that what is the quality of a devotee? The quality of a devotee means evam brataso priyanama kritya. They take a vow to chant the holy names of the Lord. And not mechanically, not just for the sake of it, ritually. Jata anuraga druta chitta ucce. Anurag, with bhav, with emotions, with ecstasy, with feelings, they chant the names of the Lord. Druta chitta ucce. They chant loudly, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yes. Dhruta chitta ucce. And they chant loudly the names of the Lord. And once they chant the name of the Lord loudly, then they start dancing, they start laughing, they start crying. Unmadavan nrityati, just like a mad person. Unmadavan nrityati lokabahe. They don't care what people will say. Kya kahenge log. This is the quality of a devotee. They got so much of intoxicated by chanting of the holy names. Right? That's what you can see. The Lord Shiva's activities. He's always singing and dancing. Always saying, Mui Krishna Das, Mui Krishna Das, Mui Krishna Das. So yes, he's not only a servant of Lord Krishna, and because he is so dear servant of Lord Krishna, that's why he's also the supreme spiritual master of all. In this beginning of this Daksha Prajapati pastime, it is mentioned that Kastam chara charam gurum nirvairam santa vigraham. He is the guru, he is the spiritual master of whom? Chara and achara. For the moving and non-moving. He's the supreme spiritual master. All right? Somebody becomes a spiritual master of, let's say, only the Vaishnavas. But he is the spiritual master of even the ghosts and goblins also. So that's why, he's definitely a spiritual master of the devotees that we heard about Prachetas. We heard about that devotee who approached. Definitely, right? The devotees of Lord Vishnu, they respect him. They respect him as a spiritual master. But not only them, but also this ghosts and goblins, this bhutas and pisachas also. That's why he is called Characharam Gurum. Dhira dhira jano priyo priya karo nirmatsaro pujito. Yes? Which song it is? Sad Goswami Astakam. Yes. All the Sad Goswamis also. They are dhira dhiro jano priya karo. A devotee of the Lord doesn't see that, he's in the mood of goodness. Oh, he looks nice, he's a friend of me, only I will preach him. No. They want to give the benediction of the Lord, the love of the Lord to everybody. Dhira, dhira. That's what we say. The mercy of the Lord Nityananda, the mercy of the devotees doesn't have any limit. Right? Yes. And devotees of the Lord, they want to take this challenge. Oh, Jagai Madhai, why not they? Right? That's what the mood of Lord Shiva. He really goes there to each and every place. With so much of compassion. He's really approaching them. Oh, bhutas, pisachas, I am like you only. You see, I am always covered with ashes. He just wanted to identify themselves so that they should not feel that, he's from a different world. And how can we really associate with him? Just to give them his association. He's always covered with ashes. What kind of compassion? Right, you see? How Srila Prabhupada, it is mentioned that how, he was really distributing this holy name, this Bauri. And this, nobody even could dare to go to such filthy places. But Prabhupada was staying with them. Just to give them this love of Godhead, this Harinam. This is the mood of the devotees. One time, one devotee was saying that when Prabhupada walked in to the 22nd Avenue, a matchless gift store, people would be, just lying completely intoxicated with drugs. And sometimes even they would be lying dead. And some people, when they hear that, Swamiji, you are staying there, you'll be killed. You don't know what kind of people they are. But Srila Prabhupada, because his mood of compassion is so much that, his only focus was that, how can I really give? Ati nicha uchatakara. He wants to give the highest benediction to the lowest kind of people. This is what, the qualities of the devotees. Right? Yes. Lord Shiva is always absorbed. There's a very nice verse. Please chant. Sri Rama Govinda Mukunda Sore. Sri Krishna Narayana Vasudeva. Ityadi nama mrutapanamatta Bringadipaya khila dukkha hantre. So, what do you think? This is a prayer to whom? This is a prayer to? Yes, Lord Shiva. Sometimes we think, there's the names of Lord Krishna are there, so you are praying to Lord Krishna. No. Here, it is mentioned that, oh Lord Shiva, you are always absorbed in chanting the names of the Lord. What? Sri Rama Govinda Mukunda Sauri, Sri Krishna Narayana Vasudeva. You are always chanting the beautiful names of the Lord. You are so much of intoxicated, just like bhringa, just like the bees attached to the lotus feet. you know, a devotee, especially it's Murari Gupta, is praying to Lord Shiva. Oh Lord Shiva, the way you are attached to the holy names of the Lord, please give us a drop of your mercy so that we also get some Namaruchi. This is what we should pray to Lord Shiva. Please grant us a drop of your mercy so that we can develop Namaruchi. Yes, Lord Shiva is always absorbed. It is mentioned that in Padma Purana, I think 6th canto, 20 to 54 chapter, I guess, where once upon a time how Mother Parvati, she approaches Vamadev Rishi, that, oh Vamadev Rishi, please initiate me in Vishnu Sahasra Nama, in the names of Lord Vishnu. And then being initiated by Vamadev Rishi, Mother Parvati always started reciting Vishnu Sahasra Nama. Suklam Harandra Vishnu, right? She would be always chanting. And one day, just like today, yesterday was Ekadasi, correct? Day for yesterday was Ekadasi, Like Dwadasi day, we have Parayan time. And the Lord Shiva is telling, Mother Parvati, now let's honor Prasadam together, Pran time, we have to break our fast. Mother Parvati is saying, yes, I have cooked the Prasadam, I have offered it, but, my vow is that first we chant Vishnu Sahasra Nam, and after that I honor Prasadam. The Lord Shiva is saying, we are ideal family. The family, they dine together, they sign together. We should take honor Prasadam together. And Mother Parvati is saying, but I have not yet completed Vishnu Sahasra Nam. And then Lord Shiva, he gives a trick. He gives a solution. What should we do? What Lord Shiva says? Sri Ram Ram Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatturilyam Rama Nama Varanane. Oh Varanane, oh beautiful faced goddess. Right? I always chant the name of Lord Ram, Ram, Ram. And I always get delighted. I always absorbed in so much of happiness. Rame, Rame, Manorame. The true happiness we get only by chanting the Lord's name. Yes, Sahasranama Tattulyam. The benefit that you get by chanting the 1,000 names of Lord Vishnu, you just get it by chanting Ram. Why we are so hesitant? We don't want to get the benefit. Can you try again? Jai Sri Ram. Still some are hesitant. Can you try again? Jai Sri Ram. Yes. Lord Shiva says that. Whenever somebody starts Ra, I get so much of ecstasy. Is he really chanting Ram now? He gives the benefit of doubt. Right? He has so much of ecstasy. And not only that, right? Lord Shiva, he says to Mother Parvati that, oh, either Ram or is he chanting the name of Radha? Especially some of you might have heard that Radha Kripa Kataksha mantra. It's a very beautiful prayer by Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is saying, Makheshwari, Kriyeshwari, Sudheshwari, Sureshwari, Triveda Bharatishwari, Pramana Sasaneshwari, Rameshwari, Kshameshwari, Pramodakananeshwari, Brajeshwari, Brajadhipe, Sri Radhike Namostute. Lord Shiva is praying. And he is telling Mother Parvati, yes, we should always pray to get a Kripa Kataksha, the glance of Mother Radhika's mercy. Yes, this is what Lord Shiva and Parvati, they are telling to us. How we should take shelter of Lord Ram, how we should take shelter of Lord Krishna, how should we really take shelter of Radharani. Right? Yes, not only Nam, but they are also so much of attached, the Rupa of the Lord. Rupa, especially in this Gopala Sahasranama, it is mentioned in the Narada Pancharatra. This fourth night discussion, it is mentioned that how one time Mother Parvati asked Lord Shiva, "Oh Lord Shiva, I see that you are always praying to someone. Could you please tell us to whom you are praying?" At that point of time, what Lord Shiva says? It's a very beautiful prayer. We can chant it together. Kasturi tilakam lalata patale Bhaksastale kaustubam Nasagre varamoktikam karatale Venum kare kankanam Sarvange harichandanam sulalitam Ante cha muktavalim Gopastri parivestita vijayate Gopala Chodamani. So here, Lord Shiva is telling Mother Parvati, what Lord Shiva is always praying. Lord Shiva always praying to that Gopala Chudamani. The crest jewel of the all cowherd boys, who is known as Gopal. And somebody might ask, who is that Gopal? And Lord Shiva is giving a very beautiful description, what exactly his form of Gopal. Kasturi tilakam, he is having is always anointed with beautiful musk tilak on his forehead. Bhaksastale kaustubham, and his chest, there's a kaustuva mala is there. Nasagre varamoktikam, he is having a beautiful tipped nose. Karatale venum, he is holding his venu, his flute, under his waist. Venum kare kankanam, he is having beautiful jeweled bangles. Sarvange hari chandanam, his whole body is anointed with chandan, sandalwood paste. Kanthecha muktavalim, his neck is covered with beautiful necklace of muktas, pearls. Gopastri parivestita vijayate, he is always surrounded by the gopastris. He's really meditating the beautiful form of the Lord, beautiful pastimes of the Lord, right? And not only that, he is always meditating on the qualities of the Lord. Not only qualities of the Lord, and the qualities of the devotees as well. This once again, this verse comes in this section of Sati. When Sati hears that how her husband, Lord Shiva, is being blasphemed by Yaksha, Daksha, right? He says to Daksha, "Oh my dear father, right? How unfortunate you are. You are always finding faults of everyone. But you see my husband, he always finds always the good qualities. He always magnifies even if somebody has little good qualities. Gunam cha falgun bahuli karishnava." This is the quality of a devotee. Yes. Always we will find out so many things everywhere. Right? There will be always good thing and bad thing. But then the demoniac people, they really see only bad things. Or little bit demoniac people, they see good and bad, but they magnify the bad. And there are some people who see good and bad. But the sadhus, they see what? If there's a good and bad, they magnify the good qualities. Or they see only good qualities. Yes? Only good qualities means they are the uttamadhikaris. So we might not be at that stage. But at least, whenever we come in touch with the devotees, we start to appreciate the good qualities of others. Just, I think 10 days back, we celebrated Bhakti Chandra Saraswati Thakur's appearance day. Once upon a time, there was one devotee, cook, somehow or other, right, he left his body. And once it happened, some of his disciples, they were sitting together and they were speaking so ill about him. Oh, he is always quarreling like this, he was doing like this, he was doing like that. And then Bhakti Saraswati Thakur was passing by. And as soon as he heard that, overheard what was going on, and then he came by and he stood there and he said, he was wearing nice clean dhoti and he was wearing nice tilak. And then he moved on. Right? A devotee always, is not a fly, always look for the dirty things which is around, But he always looks, what is the good thing that is there with someone that we should learn from him. This is very important that we can learn from Lord Shiva. Gunam cha falgun, bahuli karishnama. Little falgu guna, little bit of good qualities somebody is having. Let's find out and magnify those good qualities. Right? Once you do that, over a period of time, the wonderful good qualities will overshadow the bad qualities. But if we start, a devotee has come to Krishna consciousness with so much of baggage, and then we start just saying, oh, you didn't chant 16 rounds today yet. Oh, you have not studied Prabhupada's books yet. Oh, you don't know Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead yet. You are doomed to hell. No. Srila Prabhupada, we are always looking forward to that. He has come. He started taking the name of Krishna. Definitely, he's going back to Godhead is guaranteed. Yes, Muktanam api siddhanam. Like this devotees of the Lord, they are so rare. We don't understand how rare is these devotees who are chanting the names of the Lord. Let's not absorb ourselves, focus ourselves. What is the bad quality others are having? Once again, the Sarvabhauma Prabhu says, he chanting the names of the Lord. He's doing devotional service of the Lord. He's getting purified. नल के नीचे बैठा है ना, धुलाई हो रहा है ना, क्यों उसको गाली दे रहे हो? We should not, find out the faults of the devotees. Yes, that is the responsibility of maybe right authority. Let them do it. But we should not poke our nose here and there. Our focus is that, how can I really develop this Nam Ruchi? How can I really develop this attachment for Nam, Rupa, Guna, Lila of the Lord? And how should I absorb myself more and more in the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita? How can I really understand the glories of these wonderful devotees of the Lord? How can I really see that? How, because of the blessings of all these devotees, I have been able to appreciate. We should be really thankful to the devotees of the Lord who have been instrument in bringing us closer to Krishna. We should be always grateful. We should be always grateful. How far we have come. Because sometimes we become so morose. Oh, what will happen to me? I'm good for nothing. We have developed some appreciation for the holy names of the Lord, for appreciation for the scriptures. We should be grateful. And we should continue to inspire others, how they can also see good things in others. Yes, we are discussing about how Lord Shiva is so much of attached the Nam, Rupa, Guna, Lila of the Lord and his devotees. And yes, all of us know this beautiful pastime, how Lord Shiva, he approaches Mother Yasoda to have the darshan of Lala. All right, it's a long pastime. Or we know that how Lord Shiva, he wants to be part of this Rasa Leela as well. Because these gopis they are so wonderful. Can I be also participant in this divine pastime? And then of course being guided by Lalita, Visakha, Lord Shiva went to the Man Sarovar, took bath and he came back. And the Lord Krishna and Radharani, they appointed Lord Shiva as a Gopishwar to take care of this, to protect the dhams. Yes. Yes, another quality of Lord Shiva is, his Jiva Daya. It's a very beautiful verse in the Samudra Manthan pastime. Right, we all know that how Devatas and Daityas, they come together to churn the ocean. And the first thing that comes out of the ocean is poison. And of course, after that poison, the nectar comes. And when the poison comes out, when all the devatas, they approached Lord Vishnu, said, because Lord Vishnu, he wanted to glorify Lord Shiva. I said, no, you approach Lord Shiva, he will take care of it. And Lord Shiva happily accepted this ocean of poison. That's why his name is a Kalakantha, Nilakantha. And Mother Parvati was saying, oh Lord, what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop it. At that point of time, very beautifully Lord Shiva is saying to Bhavani, oh Bhavani, do you know when one performs benevolent activities for others, the Supreme Lord is very pleased. And when the Lord is pleased, I am also pleased. And also all the living entities are also pleased. Therefore, let me drink this poison. This is the quality of your devotees. That they don't feel that, okay, what will really please me, I will do it. No, I will do what really pleases the Lord. So, there's this nice pastime, because Gaur Purnima is coming, we'll just touch a little bit. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu takes sannyas, and then being tricked by Nityananda Prabhu, he comes to the house of Advaita Acharya, Santipur. And at that point of time, Nityananda Prabhu, he calls Mother Sachi and all the devotees from Navadip, they come to Santipur. And Mother Sachi, he tells all the devotees, this is for me last opportunity to cook for my son. Please allow me. I want to cook and serve all the devotees. And at that point of time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was feeling so obliged that, I have so wonderful devotees like this Mother Sachi and Srivas Thakur and so on, right? Somehow or other, to deliver all the people, I have taken this sannyas. But how can I really leave all of you? Please tell me, what should I do? I want to be with all of you, but at the same time, if I stay here, people will blaspheme me. Oh, he has taken sannyas and he's staying with his family members. But I don't want to be separated from you as well. At that point of time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Mother Sachi, what should I do? Mother Sachi says at that point of time, oh my dear son, this Puri and Navadip, they are like two rooms in a house. So it's better that instead of you going to Vrindavan, you stay in Puri. Because the people from Puri, they come here to take bath in Ganga. And from here, the people go to Jagannath Puri. So it's better that you go to Puri, and so that you will get your news all the time. And yes, it is very painful for me that you stay away from me. But then I cannot tolerate when people will start blaspheming you if you stay here. Apanar dukha sukha taha nahi gauni, tara jai sukha taha nija sukha mani. I don't care about my pleasure or my sorrow. What I really care about, what will really please you, what will really make you happy. This is the quality. Yes, I am not chanting the names of the Lord because I want to be happy. I am chanting the names of the Lord because it will make Krishna happy. It will make Prabhupada happy. It will make our spiritual master happy. That's what is the litmus test. That should be our goal, our objective. Apanara dukha sukha taha nahi gani. We should not count, how much trouble that I am going through, wake up in the morning, to chant, to serve the devotees of the Lord. Tomar sevaye dukha hoye jo to seita parama sukha. Tava sukha dukha parama sampada nasaye avidya dukha. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying the same thing. So whatever the difficulties that might come in the process of performing devotional service, that is the parama sukha. That is the supreme enjoyable thing. Yes, whatever sukha dukha, that is a parama sampada. Yes, because it is taking me a step closer to you. That is the mood of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Yes, that's what Vasudev Datta is praying to Mahaprabhu. Oh Mahaprabhu, yes, Please give me the reactions of all the sinful people and put it on my head. Let me go to hell. But all the peoples, let it be delivered. These are the qualities of devotees. Once again, this 8744. Tapyanta loka tapena sadhava prayaso jana. Parama aradhanam tadhi purusasya khilatmana. And it is mentioned that, this is the quality of the pure devotee of the Lord. They want to go through all the austerities so that they can benefit everybody. Yes, that is the mood of Prabhupada. What kind of an austerities he had gone through. That's the mood of Haridas Thakur. That's the mood of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. They went through so much of difficulties, right? Just to give this love of Godhead to everyone. Yes, they would not mind even drinking the poison if it really helps other living entities. Of course, we cannot imitate it, but we can understand the spirit behind it. That yes, to keep the society together, to keep the community together, sometimes we have to go through some inconveniences. Okay, that's what Lord Shiva is saying. And not only Lord Shiva is having Nam, Rup, Guna, Lila, Ruchi, he is having Jivadaya, but also his life is Vaishnava Seva. Once he heard that, oh, Bhagirath is really bringing, Mother Ganga, from the higher planets to this place, and nobody is there to take care of Mother Ganga. He said, oh, I'll take care of it. Because there's an opportunity to do service to Bhagirath. Yes, I'm really getting the water that is being touched by the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. This Ganga, Vishnu Padi, she is known as. I'm so fortunate. That's why Lord Shiva is saying to Mother Parvati, Aradhanam sarvesham Vishnum aradhanam param tasmat parataram devi tadiyanam samarchanam. Yes, worshipping Lord Vishnu is the highest. But more than that, tadiya. Something is attached to Lord Vishnu, that is much more worshipable. Sometimes, yes, we want to approach the Lord directly, but we cannot approach, as we were saying in the beginning. That's why, if you want to see something, which is very far, use a telescope. In the telescope, they have multiple lenses. Once you see multiple lenses, the far object becomes nearer. Similarly, once we approach through multiple, disciplic successions, multiple devotees, then the Lord becomes closer. Because Lord is saying, Bhakter Bhakta Jana Priya. Because a devotee, somebody might say that, oh Lord, I'm your servant. Lord saying, you are not my servant. There's one devotee, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. One saying, there's a nice pastime. He says that, oh, Swamiji, I have some questions to ask. Could you please answer me? Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, what? Oh, Swamiji, I'm a servant of Krishna. I'm a devotee of Krishna. I want to, ask some questions. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, I don't have time. No time for you. And then once again this devotee went back and his heart was really in pain and was asking, oh, I have to ask this question, I have to ask these questions. And next time he went to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Swamiji, Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, I am a servant of the servant of Krishna and I have this question for you. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, come, I have all the time for you. What is the difference? This time he went as servant of the servant of Krishna. So if you want to approach the Lord or the spiritual master directly, Lord says, no place. We have to go in the disciplic succession. Bhakter Bhakta Jana Priya. Bhakta Pada Dhuliyara Bhakta Pada Ja. Bhakta Bhakta Avasesa Tina Mahabal. Yes, we have to understand that. Unless we take the mercy, the causeless mercy of the devotees, we cannot approach the Lord. First we have to approach the devotees, then we can approach the deities. This is what Lord Shiva is teaching us. Yes, Advaita Acharya, that's why he's saying Chaitanya Das Mui, Chaitanya Das Mui, Tara Dasera Nudas. Advaita Acharya is saying, I am not only Das of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I am the Dasera Das. I am the servant of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yes, that is my Parama Sukha. Yes, there is a nice pastime also. It happens when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he would be traveling in South India and then he comes to this place, right? And very nice pastime happens that how Gaurang Mahaprabhu, he met Shiva and Parvati. Shiva Durga rahe taha brahman ravese Mahaprabhu deke dohar hoila ullase. One time, Shiva and Parvati, they came as a Brahmana and Brahmani to welcome, to host Mahaprabhu. Tina Dina, Mahaprabhu stayed with them for 3 days. Tina Dina Viksadila Kari Nimantran, Nebrute Vasi Gupta Varta Kare Duhi Jan. And along with them, Mahaprabhu spent, confidential time with them, and he really said so many wonderful pastimes of the Lord. And yes, especially in Mayapur, if you go, there are so many places in Navadip, especially so many places, which really talks about Lord Shiva. Because in each of the dhams that we go, there is a Khetrapal. You go to Vrindavan, of course, there is a Gopeshwar Mahadev. In Govardhan, Chapaleshwar Mahadev. In Mathura, Bhuteshwar Mahadev. In Kamyavan, Kameshwar Mahadev. In our Puri, of course, there is a Pancha Mahadev is there, but before that, there is Lingaraj. When you go to any place, you will find a Khetrapal is there as a Lord Shiva to protect the dham. So that he really puts the curtain. Only if we approach the Lord sincerely, through his devotees, the Lord will reveal himself. So that similarly in Navadip, Mayapur Dham also, right? Especially if you go to our Yogpit, the birthplace of Mahaprabhu, that's where Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he has established Khetrapal. There very beautifully it is mentioned that, Ohe Khetrapala Shiva Tumi Daya Maya Krishna Bhakti Deho More Hoi Yad Sadaya. Devotee prays at that place. Oh Khetrapala Shiva, please give your mercy so that we can approach Gauranga Mahaprabhu. That's what we can see. Just before we enter that Yogpit temple, we see that Lord Shiva's Shivalinga is there, established by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. That's an Antardip. If you go nearby, there's a place called Rudradip. In Rudradip, there's a place. There are so many glories of that, right? But all the 4 sampradayas, devotees, they have visited that. And can you believe it? 2 sampradayas, right? This Rudra Sampradaya and this Kumar Sampradaya started from that place, the Acharyas, right? Like, Vishnu Swami, he got really the benediction at that place, blessed by Mahaprabhu to start the Sampradaya there, Vaishnava Sampradaya. Or Lord Shiva, he blessed Nimbarka Adyatya, right? Nimbarka Swami, to go and approach the 4 Kumaras to start the Nimbarka Sampradaya, right? And it is also mentioned that our ISKCON temple, Srila Prabhupada also says that our ISKCON temple, some part is in Antardip and some part is also in Rudradip. So Rudradip, is the where all the Sankirtan movement, all the Vaishnava Sampradaya is being spreading from there everywhere. That's, yes, we take shelter of Lord Rudra to be empowered to spread the Sankirtan. Or if you come to Simantadip, of course we hear this Mother Parvati is there, who wanted to take the dust from the lotus feet of Gauranga on her forehead in a Simanta. Still now we can find in our Jagannath temple, Rajapur Jagannath temple, there's a beautiful big tree is there. Under that tree there's a big Shivalinga is there, right? And that is, it is mentioned that Lord Shiva and Mother Parvati resides there eternally. Or if you go to Godrum Deep, we have Harihara. Some of you might have seen. There is it's called Mahavarnasi or Mahakasi, right? Where always Lord Shiva is always chanting, Gauranga! Gauranga! Right? Or if you go a little ahead, there is a Madhyadip. And Madhyadip there is a place where it is mentioned that once upon a time, Lord Shiva heard that. Oh, there's a Gaur Katha happening, being spoken by Sutta Goswami. And then Lord Shiva, he was coming in the bull. He was literally, running late. Now Katha has already started. So, right? And I want to reach as quickly as possible so that I don't want to miss. Because usually for us, what happens? Oh, class will start at 10:45, but then they will. पहले गुरु पूजा होगा, it's okay, we can miss that. Oh, जय राधा माधव, we can miss that. Oh, थोड़ा सा introduction, we can miss that. Okay, ठीक है, प्रसाद टाइम पे पहुंच जाएंगे. That's good enough. That's usually for us, right? But then Lord Shiva didn't want to miss anything. He wanted to go as fast as possible, right? And he was saying that my carrier, who is that carrier? Bull is going very slow. I have to take something fast. He said, oh, he saw that Brahma is going with his carrier. Who is that? Hamsa. I said, can I take a lift? And then he's really jumped. And then, he came with Lord Brahma. That's why there's a place called Hamsa Bahana Mandir, right? Where Lord Shiva came in this carrier of Hamsa. That's the eagerness of Lord Shiva. It is mentioned that the deity is always so hot because Lord Shiva is always so eager to hear Gaur Katha more and more and more and more and more. That's why they always recite Gaur Katha there. Right? Always keep this deity in the water. Only 3 days or so they really bring that deity up. This is the intensity of the desire to hear Gaur Katha of Lord Shiva. Right? Yes, Lord Shiva always would like to hear the glories of Lord Gauranga. E naam Shiva jape pancha mukhere madhure harinam madhure harinam. Right? This harinam, these holy names of the Lord. E naam Shiva jape pancha mukhere. Pancha mukha. And the 5 mouths, Lord Shiva always wants to chant the name of Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That's why, finally we should pray to Lord Gopishwara Mahadev. This is a prayer offered by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur when he first came to Bhubaneswar in June 22nd, I think, 1922. Once he got down in Bhubaneswar, he went to Lingaraj temple and then he offered this prayer. And what usually the devotees pray to Gopeshwar Mahadev. Please repeat. Vrindavana Vanipate Jaya Soma Soma Mole Sanaka Sanandana Sanatana Naradedya Gopishwara Brajabilasi Yugangri Padme Prema Prayacha Nirupadhi Namo Namaste. So the devotees pray that, O Shiva, O gatekeeper of Vrindavan, O you who are accompanied by Uma, Parvati, O you who carry the moon in your hair, O Lord, worshipped by Sanat Kumar, Narad Muni, O Gopishwar, the worshipful deity of the gopis, desiring that you bestow upon me the love for the lotus feet of the divine couple, Sri Radha Madhav, who perform joyous pastimes in Braja. I offer my obeisance unto you again and again. Har Har Mahadev. Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. All Guru Samar devotees. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any questions, comments? I think we are already running late.
Good.